What is the correct formula for hydrogen chloride? So hydrogen chloride, that name doesn't give me clues as to whether this is ionic or covalent, so I need to identify what types of elements I'm dealing with first. So hydrogen and chlorine are both nonmetals, which would make this a covalent compound, which means I would have prefixes if my subscripts were anything other than 1. Since I don't have any prefixes, it means that my subscript is just 1 for both. So HCl would be my formula. What is the correct formula for carbon dioxide? I see that I have a prefix here, which means that that is going to be a covalent compound, so I can just read them for subscripts. Carbon doesn't have a prefix, which means it does not have a visible subscript, so an invisible subscript of 1. Di means 2, so this is CO2. What is the correct formula for selenium hexafluoride? I see that I have a prefix, which means that this is covalent, so I know that I'm dealing with just reading for subscripts, so I just need to figure out what the symbols are. Selenium is going to be Se. I don't have a prefix, so I will not put a subscript. And then hexafluoride, fluoride is secretly fluorine. Hexa means 6, so this will be a subscript of 6. So we have SeF6 as my correct formula for selenium hexafluoride. What is the correct formula for phosphorus tribromide? I see that I have a prefix, which means that this is going to be covalent, so I can just read the compound's name for its formula instead of doing any math. All I need to do now is identify what the symbols are for each. Phosphorus has the symbol P. I don't have a prefix in front of phosphorus, so that means I'm going to have an invisible subscript of 1. Tribromide, bromide is secretly bromine. Bromine has a symbol Br, and tri means 3. So we're going to have PBr3 as our correct formula for phosphorus tribromide. What is the correct formula for arsenic pentafluoride? I see that I have a prefix here, which means that I'm going to treat this like a covalent compound. And so I'm just going to read the compound name for the subscripts. Arsenic has the symbol As. It doesn't have a prefix, so I will not put a subscript. Pentafluoride. Fluoride is secretly fluorine. Fluorine has the symbol of F. Penta means 5, so we are going to have the formula AsF5 as our correct formula for arsenic pentafluoride. What is the subscript for nitrogen and the correct formula for dinitrogen trioxide? So I see that I have prefixes, which means that I just need to reference the prefix for nitrogen to tell me what the subscript is. So the prefix for nitrogen is di. Di is the prefix for 2, so my subscript for nitrogen is going to be 2. What is the subscript for oxygen and the correct formula of dichlorine heptoxide? So I see that I have prefixes here, which means I don't need to do math. I just need to reference the prefix that is attached to oxygen to figure out what the subscript is. So my prefix for oxygen is going to be hept, which is hepta. So that is going to be the prefix for 7. So that means that my subscript for oxygen would be 7. What is the subscript for boron and the correct formula for diboron tetrachloride? I see that I have prefixes here, which means I don't need to do any math. I just need to reference the prefix to figure out what my subscript should be. The prefix in front of boron is di. Di is the prefix for 2, so that would be my subscript for boron.